Yo family, what's good? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to this video right here. Today we're going to be editing photos through Lightroom on the iPad Pro along with the Apple Pencil. Need that assist from the Apple Pencil. So yeah, thank you guys for joining us today. I want to ask you guys to please like and subscribe right now. Let's stop. Take a second, go ahead and smash that like button, go ahead and subscribe to the video. So I have taken the liberty to take some photos at my church a couple of weeks ago at New Life, actually 1 week ago, first Sunday in 2020. And so I'm just gonna go through and select maybe 2 of these photos that I wanna go ahead and edit and have at it and show you guys how I edit my photos on the iPad after this. Woo! All right, fam, so let's go ahead and dig right in. I'm gonna go ahead and just select my first photo that I wanna go ahead and edit, and I'll talk you through how I'm going to do it. So just scrolling through here, you know, I took quite a bit of photos the other week, and some of them really cool. I think I wanna start with this one. All right, so this is a raw photo that I took on my Canon 80D. This is a 50mm lens. And yeah, you can see there's a little bit of distortion and some noise in this photo. So let's go ahead and dig right in. I normally start with light and kind of just see like what I can do with the exposure, if that helps at all. Contrast, normally drop the contrast just a little bit, balance out my highlights some, and this is all stuff that I'll come back and redo a little bit later. Ooh, dropping the shadows really is dope. Okay, drop the shadows and bring the exposure back up just a little bit. Cool. Dropping those blacks really took away some of the noise, and all of the people, all of the dance crew that's in there, they kind of pop a little bit more. Let's drop the shadows, bring those up a little bit more, and then drop the blacks some more. Cool. This moment was really, really cool. He's preaching, and then out of nowhere, it's like a flash mob. People came out of nowhere dancing and stuff. So these are your tone curves. I just made 2 points, and I'm gonna see if this is helpful or not. Normally you raise your highlights just a hair, and then drop this right here just a little bit to kind of give it somewhat of an S-curve. Now something that you can do also with Lightroom is if you press the pencil or your finger on there, you can kind of see back and forth what your edits look like, which is really cool. See how far you've come with your edit so far. And so tone curves directly relate to the light and shadow within the photo. If you've ever seen folks that have that fade in there, you can raise the blacks up like that to get that fade. I don't think I want that much fade in this photo, so I just raised up a little bit. You can also mess with the colors, the red, the green, and the blue. I don't really do too much with that, but just know that you can adjust the curves for those colors in particular. So let's continue on. So I'm kind of feeling like I like where the light is in the photo. Let's go on to color. So let's talk about the temperature. So temperature is basically your white balance. How warm or how cool is the photo? Double tap on that and it takes it back to the original. I like where the white balance sits, so I'm not going to mess with that too much. I want to actually go and get rid of this noise. So let me go and find where my noise reduction is. I'm going to bring this up quite a bit here. Let's see how that affects it. Something that can also affect that kind of like static noise in your photo is the clarity and dehaze too. So clarity, if you pump it, makes everything a lot more sharp and cartoonish. And texture is one of the new ones that they just added, where it adds, like you see the facial features and the hair. If you're taking pictures of nature, like the stuff going on in the trees and the rocks and the grass. Texture tool is kind of cool. Pump this up, you can see it's kind of adding some grain or grit back into the photo. Dehaze kind of acts as an additional contrast tool. See how that sits. So let's start working on some color. So you've got these four here that are going to be kind of, again, your white balance, and you can kind of adjust the tint to make it more purple or more green. I'm going to double tap to take that back to the center. And adjust the vibrance, which is the brightness of the photo. The saturation, which is the overall color. So you don't want to do too much with that to overdo your photo. But if you tap on this circle here, you reveal all of the colors where you can adjust the hue, the saturation, and the luminance for each one individually, each color. So if you tap through, you can see that there. So there's not too much color in this. We've got some blue down here and some green at the top, and the overall skin tones in the red and the orange. So what I normally do is kind of pump the saturation a little bit on some of these colors. To add some beef back into the skin tones there. Take those reds down, just a touch. Alright. Yellows kind of affect the color of the photo as well, especially over in the wall there. Your luminance is how bright that color is, so you can adjust that as necessary too. Let's see what we can do with the green. Green at the top. Maybe it looks a little better if we make it a little bit more yellow. Take the saturation out of it. So it's not overdone. And then the blue. See, it's kind of cool. You could totally remove the blue. Cool. So that's looking pretty good so far. Let's see the beginning. So kind of cool. Let's see if we adjust the white balance, because it's kind of I like this. This is the original. Let's see what else we got. Under effects, we've already messed with some of this stuff. Sometimes I like to add a little vignette to the photo. This one doesn't need it because it's quite black already. Detail again, we can mess with the noise reduction, which we already did. Let's see. I think that's cool. Let's go back and look at the highlights. Highlights are like additional whites in the photo. I'm concerned about this young lady here. In the end, it's kind of like highlights a little bit too much on her face. So this is Selective Tool. Over here, I'm going to tap the plus sign and then tap on the circle and then kind of draw a circle over her face. Let's see if we can kind of manipulate some of those highlights in her face. Lights. That looks a little bit better to me. Cool. So That's how I edited the first one. Didn't need too much. Now it looks really good. Now let's go back and see another photo that we might want to choose real quick. I think this one is super dope. Boy Davion with the waves out here spinning. So let's go ahead and make some edits to this one. Up the exposure just a touch. I love this one. It's got the smoke in the background. My pastor's preaching about the dry bones. So you've got like a skull bone over here. And we've got some color in this photo to kind of work with as well. Let's bring the contrast up just a hair. Highlights. Let's go some -20 is okay. I think the shadows are good. Drop the blacks just a little. 13. So let's take a look at some color now. Cool. So let's look at the reds, the oranges, and the skin tones there again. That's good. Let's bring out those orange tones in the skin tone. Brown in the wood too. See that? Yeah, it's looking a little bit more realistic. Let's dial in on those greens. It's really amazing to me how you can manipulate raw photos just by the colors. It's really crazy. Up the saturation there. Leave the luminance where it is. Makes things a little bit more green. Cool. Alright, let's take a look again. Boom, bada, bam. Let's see the texture. So we got his hair in this one. Bring that texture out just a little bit. Clarity just a hair. Dehaze again. Let's add into a little bit more contrast to the photo, taking away some of that smoke that's in the background, which is really dope. Leave that about 15. Let's add a little bit of vignette in this photo. I think it helps kind of focus in on the center. Detail, let's add a little noise reduction. I don't think we need it as much in this particular photo. 15, that's cool. And now I'm gonna add a graduated filter. Graduated filters I really love because you can take from one corner and drag it down and increase the light or decrease the light. And so I'm gonna take it down over this area here, take the light down just a bit. So let's actually turn on Do Not Disturb. There we go. So here we go. Selective filter again, plus sign, and then this square is going to be a graduated filter. So once you tap that, you can literally drag from the corner, and it's going to create a filter that gradually gets darker. So we want light, and we want to bring the exposure down just a little bit. And we want to drop the blacks some, maybe 13, shadows. Let's see how it looks. I actually don't think we need it. So let's go back in and have a look at this. I'm going to tap that again, take it to the trash. I don't think we need that. On top of the other filter. Cool. So that's two photos that I've edited. Just manipulating the color, manipulating the light in the photo. adding some noise reduction. Sometimes even if you properly expose your photo when you're taking it, sometimes you still can get external noise in there, and it just makes it a lot more crispy when you can manipulate that, make it a little bit darker, make it a little bit brighter, get rid of that noise in that photo. So I really like this one. It's so dope with the smoke, everything happening in that moment. Maybe we can dial back the oranges and the reds a little bit in this photo. It's a little bit more warm than I want it to be. Let's go here. Maybe we can make this just a touch color. So just kind of comparing this photo and this photo so far, I think they're pretty close. I like the contrast in those photos, and the color intensity, of the oranges and the greens in his shirt, the intensity in their faces. These are crazy moments during this service. So yeah, just wanted to kind of give you a quick look at how to edit some photos with Lightroom on the iPad Pro. Thank you guys for joining me again. Appreciate you. Comment down below, let me know what else you'd like to see. Check out my album, Faithland. I'm gonna pop it right here. It came out this past March, and it's an amazing body of work that took me quite a bit of time and effort to put together. So I'm super, super grateful to have that album actually finished now. I want you guys to check it out, listen to it, give me some feedback. Also, follow me on Instagram at Tone Ross, at Tone Ross Photo. I post a lot of dope content there multiple times a week. You can get me on Facebook and my website, toneross.com. toneross.com. All right, guys, appreciate you for joining me today. Peace and love.